That's all we work is baccarat. There's only one game to play in the casino. If you're wanting to be a professional at it, if you're wanting to have a chance to win every day, the only thing you can play is baccarat. You're not going to beat blackjack every day. You're not going to beat roulette every day. You're not going to beat craps every day. It's not that reliable. Those games have so many different nuances to them that the casino has set up as traps for you. And you can play them and have fun. You can play them and win some of the time. Yes, you can. But you're not going to win all the time. We play baccarat to win all the time. And we try to win every time that we're out. And we have been doing that. We've been doing that in simulations. We've been doing that in live play. Several players in the kingdom are out there playing, making money at it all the time. So I'm coming to you tonight from the campus of Indiana University because I was wanting to leave here and go up and play live tonight at the casino, but I was at the tailgate till late after the game today, and so I finally said, well, I don't like going to the casino when I'm really tired. And besides that, I had something I knew I wanted to show tonight, something I've been working on, and I think it's worthy of debuting tonight, so we're going to show it to you. Guaping 2012. It's raining in Vegas. That doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Bill Latta, how you doing? Chairman of the board, that's who you are. I've already made a decision. Bill Latta is the chairman of the Kings Club Casino Board of Directors. And we have Chuck Ritter here. Good evening, Chuck. I mean, are you at the casino tonight? I think you and the wife might have taken off tonight. And Gil Rary. Welcome, Gil. So we're going to show what is something I've been working on. I've got Chuck coming up with some other things to some research for me, um, so that I can do some more comparisons. I've already done thousands of them, but I want to see how this thing goes because I've always believed that you can make something better. We're winning all the time at this, but I always still see gaps in it. Some ways, how about this, then that. How can we protect the bet? Because that's where I focus on the bet. So we're still playing. We're not going to change on playing chop single player, chop pair of players. Two bets on chopping the player with the banker, using that edge, and then lining a bet to see can we find the right bet that will guarantee some things. So I'm not going to go into it tonight. I'm going to show two ways of it. The first one I'm going to show is it's still going to be chopping pairs, singles and pairs of players. Not going to do that. Oh, good man, Chuck. I think you were one of the classic examples of you see the traps that you can fall into with what we're doing now. It's on the edge. Yes, you're winning, but it's still on the edge every time because it's a tough place to go to win money every time. It's one thing to win it some of the time, it's another thing to win it most of the time, but we want to win every time we go to the casino, and that's a lot of pressure to do that. But you've been doing it, so good deal. And Trish Graves and give you a little high five there. That's always nice. Michael Steinfeld, how you doing? Okay, so I'm going to pretend that I'm at the South Point Casino. I like South Point. You guys know that. But one of the things I like about South Point is you can start with a very low bet, and you can build a foundation from there. And if you're staying out there, well, you can play a lot of sessions a day. Like I said, sometimes I played 8 sessions a day. So I'm going to play this like I'm there. So this is going to be a new sequence. I have an 8 sequence of bets. What have I got? Yeah, 3, 5. Okay, when I start at $10, I've got a 9 bet sequence, but we will be talking about this after we do it. But let's just go. If this sequence begins with a $10 bet, not on the player, Harold, come on. $10 bet that the banker will chop the player. If we'd played Chuck Ritter's opening salvo of martingale bankers, we'd have won on the very first bet, as you can see there. But now we got a player win, so we're going to try to chop it with a $10 bet. That's the opening salvo we fire with this new betting sequence that I have that you will see. I'll announce it, but I'm not going to explain it tonight because, well, I don't want to get into explanations of it tonight, but we're going to be doing this for a while. I am in the parking lot. I had to leave the tailgate, and I'm in the parking lot of the Indiana University Memorial Stadium's rock. So I don't know if you can see it over there, But that's it. To my right, that is IU's football stadium where we all were today, and where Wisconsin put up a big fight for a half. I mean, they really played their tails off. They came in here to play, and you've got to respect that. So IU finally got a little bit of an edge in the second half. And of course, the wind was gusting 40, 45 miles an hour. It made very difficult conditions. Thankfully, it wasn't raining. It was unseasonably warm, but a very, very strong wind out here today. So I have a $10 bet right here, and that's what we're gonna start with, a $10 bet. That's just the beginning. Okay, so we won the $10 bet, so we stay at $10, but we have to have a single player again. And of course, we'll lose some, and so that way you'll be able to see the progression of this bet, which is distinctly different from anything you've ever seen. It took me a while to come up with this. I've been sniffing around at it, so to speak. So we have another $10 bet on the banker. We're $10 ahead, or close enough there too. This is a protect the bankroll way of playing, and also a way to really make some profit on that second and third and fourth win. But we're winning on the very first play now, which ordinarily we would be playing session profit here, so we would be already done if we were playing the old ways. And I'm not going to, I should start here and say, I'm not going to discourage anybody from using what we have now. What we have now is fine. Play your session profit in your first bet, win it, and leave. This won't get that done. This is a more safe progression and gives you a chance to do it as well. But I'm going to be looking for what you guys think about this as we go. That's the $10 bet. We got to get another player win. We started at $4,560,000. When you're betting $10, they don't take the commission off of your banker win. So we're up 2 bets. We're up $20. No big deal. We're going to keep doing it, and you'll see when we have some losses, you'll see what the progression looks like. So we may have a little bit of a longer show tonight. I do like short shows, but I don't mind them longer either. But by all means, if you got something to do, drop out and come back and look at it later. So we have a player win there. So there's a banker bet. And we're just winning all the time now. We got 3 straight first wins. We're up $30. So we got a no bet here. We need to get another player win. This isn't going to go on all night. You know that doesn't work like that. So we're going to bet $10 now. And when we get some losses, we'll see if we can fight our way out of it with the progression I have. There is the loss. Okay, that's a $10 loss. The next bet is a $30 bet. So we're going to bet $30 on the bank. This is the second sequence. Now, they did take $1 from us there, but you can see we're up $49 right now. And I think one of the things you're going to notice about this is you don't feel any pressure. This was $10, $10, $10, $30. Instead of betting 200, 300, and 400 a hand, you're betting a manageable amount of money, and you're giving this thing a chance to win for you. So the $10 is the first bet, $30 is the second. After you win the second bet, you go back to 10. We got to have a player win to do that, though, because we got to have a player to chop. And there we have one. So let's try it again. $10. We're at the entry level bet of the sequence. And with that loss, that's the $10 loss. So the next bet is $30. So we'll see, can we lose this one too? Because that way we'll get to elevate the progression. This is the second in this sequence, $30. And there's the win. So now we're up $68. We got to have another single player to do it. But we do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a 9 bet sequence that we can use to escalate and get our money. Does a player win? So now we'll go to $10. Entry level bet on the banker. Repeat the bet. $10. And there's another $10. So just add it up. There's a $78 that we're ahead. Trust me, you've been here long enough. You know there's going to be a losing streak come here, and we're going to have to battle our way back out of it. But that's the whole point about this. We'll get ourselves a losing streak. 2 banks. But this is professional baccarat, and this is my total quality management ideas of always be working to improve what you have. No matter how good it is, be trying to find something better. And then once you think you've found it, test it and retest it. And if it doesn't work, toss it. We don't try to make something be something it's not. If this is as good as I think it is, we're all going to be very happy because, as you can see, there's not a lot of pressure here playing this game like this. Now, at a lot of the casinos, you're going to have to start at $25. So you'll need a bigger bankroll when you start at $25. But of course, I have that laid out for you already. I already know exactly what the bankrolls are. This bankroll is $1,830. That's what's required to play it at this level. So you can exponentially do the 25, just do it 2.5 times, and you know you've got a $3,325 bankroll required to play at the $25 level. We got a $10 bet on the banker here. The entry level bet. And there's another win for 10 bucks. So we're up $88 right now. They took $2 away from us in commissions on the $30 bets. The banker wins back to back. I think the banker's got a triple now. And maybe a quad. And a soccer game, a 0-0 tie. Trish, we actually had, I met some people in the tailgate today from Toronto that had come down. They were Wisconsin fans from Toronto, and they had come down to see the game. And I got to talk about you for a moment. Not by name, but a good friend of ours who's in Toronto who works baccarat with me. I didn't miss anything, did I? Okay, we got 6 straight bankers here and a tie mixed in. Hey, Gary, good evening. Working a different betting sequence tonight, Gary. We'll be talking about it because we're going to do it for the next few nights. This gives me a chance to test everything else. So now we're going to try to go with a $10 bet on the banker that he can chop the single player win. Couldn't do it, so the next bet is $30. Let's catch a losing streak here. Come on. Give us a chance to play this out. Good. There we go. Now we lost at 30. So now we got to wait for another player. We got to flip back over to banker, get back over to player, and then we're going to rejoin at the bet after the $30. But that's a streaking player bet win there. So the player is returning the favor now, as it always does. This is an actuarial game. It will eventually balance out to some way. Now the bank has won. So we had a streak of banks, a streak of players. Now we got 1 banker. And then we got 2. The streaking is on. Now we got 3. So, having some fun with streaks right now. But we're not betting, so we don't care. Yeah, Trish, that was really nice. I was really surprised to meet some people from Toronto. It was very nice. So we had a banker streak, a player streak, and now we got another long banker streak. These things happen. There's a player win. Let's see what's happening here. There we go. That's what we had. Okay, so we're going to bet that this is going to jump back over to the banker. Now, we lost a 10. We lost a 30. This bet is 70. Now, this is why I would prefer to play this on the $25 no commission table, but we don't mind it. They take the commissions from us on the higher tables. This is a $70 bet. It went 10, 30, and 70. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to show you the magic of this. We lost to 10, we lost to 30, we won to 70. So what that was we were down 40, we won to 70, so we went up 30 on this bet. So now we're at $115. So this bet sequence, starting with $10, it goes 10, 30, 70, 110, 170, 230, 310, 400, 500. When you get really deep in there toward 230 or 310, and you've lost, say, 4 or 5 bets in a row, then after a win, you don't go all the way back to the base. You just go back one level of bet, and you have to win 2 in a row to return to the base. So if you lost at 10, 30, 70, 110, 170, and you won at 230, you go back to 170. But if you lose at 170, you got to go to 230 again. You don't go back to the base level till you win back-to-back hands. Or if you've got enough money that you're ready to quit and go home, you can do that. Like we're up 115, we could quit and go home. I'm going to move this bet up. That way I know for sure we'll catch a losing streak. So now I've got a bankroll of $3,325. I have 8 bets. They are $25, $75, $175, $275, $425, $575, $775, and $1,000. And it really could go from there up by hundreds, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300. But we'll discuss that as we go. But I have laid out this betting sequence to precision. This is a $25 bet. As soon as we catch a player chop right here, there it is. So we got a player chop here. Let's take a look at the big road after we had those streaks, and now we got the chops coming back in. So we're going to bet $25 on the banker. This is the entry level bet, the same as the 10. Yeah, Bill Latta. It's actually different from martingale, but it almost looks like triple martingale at the beginning. But one of the things that's good about this is, since we are playing mostly a 50-50 game, you don't have as much of a opportunity really to lose 7 or 8 in a row. And so we are banking that the banker is going to chop that player and not lose 7 in a row, but who knows, it could happen. That's why I have more than 7 bets here. But we're looking to win the money, and I'm looking to win it starting with a lower rate. And if you think about it, when you play to 10, 30, 70, 110, when you get to 70 and 110, you can bounce back and forth there with win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Lose at 70, win at 110. Lose at 70, win at 110, lose at 70, win, and you're winning $40 at a hand. And so you really can bounce around a little bit at that third, fourth, and fifth level and make your money. Just keep an eye on your stack, and when you've got enough money, just call it a day. One of the powers of everything that we do is we can decide when to leave. Leaving is our choice. So we got an entry level bet, $25 on the banker. Trying to chop that player. And it did. So I'm going to try it one more time because I don't want to keep you guys all night long. And because I'm going to do this a night after tomorrow night again, I'm going to show this until we all know exactly the sequences, and so that you all can simulate on your own and see what you think about it. Because all I always say, the way you prove it is you do it yourself. But this gives you a chance to go into the casino and play a more managed way going forward. It's not like you're stepping right off the end of the pier. So we have got a player win here after all these chops. So we're going to bet $25 on the banker, and really this should, well, come on, baby. This should lose here. We should be getting a loss. And we do want to get a loss here anyway. And there is the loss. So the next bet from this side is the same ratio. It was 10, 30, 70. So this is 25, 75. It's 3 times. It looks like a triple martingale to begin with, but it's not. It's just, that's the level of the bet for the second bet. $75, there it is, on the banker. And there's the win. And so we started at $4,560. We just played around, never having any fears of anything, and we're up $185. So I'm going to let it sit there. We're going to come back. We'll play it at 10. We'll play it at 25. I'm going to show you my scribbling so that you can get a look at it and you can begin testing it for yourself. And there it is. So $3,325 is needed for those 8 bets. At the $10 level, I have 9 bets for $1,830. The $4,560,000 was where we started tonight. That was just my way of looking at it. So I knew where we were. But if you're playing the 25 level, you play $25, you lose, you go to 75, you lose, you go to 175. If you win at 175, you actually are in profit, so you don't have to go down to 75 and win to go back. You actually can just go right back to 25 because you're managing your money. But if you lose 25, 75, 175, and then you win 275, you're even, so you can start over or you can go to 175. Later on, you need to win 2 in a row if you lose all the way up to the 775. But this way you can see it, play it at the $10 level, play it at a $25 level, simulate it, tell me what you see, tell me what you think about it. But I, so far, am very happy with this, and it did test out tonight in the simulations exactly like I expected it to. It was going to give you a chance to play lower amounts of money, win your money, and leave with less of the stress of having the large bets all the time, with less of the stress of your large bets running you up against the casino limit, the maximum bet allowed. So I'm thinking about all these things for us as we go forward. I'm happy with this so far, but that doesn't mean I'm going to end up with it. I'm testing this before I take it to the casino myself because I want to take this $25 bet to Shelbyville myself with a $33.25 bankroll and see what I can do. Or see, do I lose $33.25? We'll find out. You only know when you go play. So to all of you, thank you very much. Hit a like on the way out if you would. And I'll be back on Monday night, and we'll be having some fun. Looking forward to the last game of college football season, hoping that Indiana can go up to Purdue and get their old Oaken Bucket win game and be 12-0. And then if Ohio State can beat Michigan, then we'll have two 12-0 teams playing at Lucas Oil Fieldhouse on neutral field in Indianapolis for the Big Ten title, which I find to be a completely useless game. I can't imagine what can come out of a game of two 12-0 teams in the same conference playing before you start the college playoffs. It doesn't make any sense to me at all, but just want to let you know that that's probably what's going to happen, and I hope that neither team has a terrible injury during that meaningless game. But I don't think the two coaches will play their second teams the way I wish they'd just say to heck with it and put the second teams out there. But thank you, Tricia. I want you to do some simulations with it too. Gary, Gil, Chuck Ritter make some simulations, and Michael Steinfeld. Thank you very much. The King is here for you, and we have introduced what I really am very excited about, but that doesn't mean I'm trying to fabricate it or make it a winner. It has to prove itself. And if it doesn't prove itself, it's going by the wayside because we have something that can win. It's just the numbers we're playing at are a little stressful for some of the players. And others, if you play at a lower level, well, then you don't make very much money during your session. So trying to find a way that you can make the money during your session. You will be playing a little bit longer, but I still am not going to encourage anybody to be at the table any longer than they have to. You only stay at that table as long as you have to get your money. Of course, I love you all. You know that. So we're going to say goodnight from Bloomington, Indiana, the center of the doggone universe. Chuck Ritter, good luck with everything's going on up there with the casino. You and your lovely wife have a good time. Eat some good food, relax, and enjoy yourselves. Hey, Frank. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And now that everybody has seen it and you've seen the progressions and you know how it works, do some simulations and see, do you feel low pressure, low stress, and still winning? Because that's the goal. Low stress, still winning. That's what we want. All right. I'll be seeing you guys on Monday night. Take care.